Christelle loved color. She saw it everywhere. In the sunrise, in a dewdrop, in a stranger's smile. Every hue and shade spoke to her, whispering stories of beauty and wonder. The world was a vibrant tapestry, and she was determined to capture it all. Her world was a canvas, a blank space waiting to be filled with her imagination. The studio was her sanctuary, a place where she could lose herself in the dance of colors and shapes. She dreamed of painting her visions, sharing her joy. Art was her voice, her way of communicating the emotions she felt so deeply. Each sketch in her notebook was a step towards a masterpiece, each brushstroke a note in her symphony of colors, her passion, her escape. When she painted, the world around her faded away. It was just her and the canvas, a silent conversation between her soul and the colors she loved. Christelle had so much hope. She believed in the power of her dreams, in the magic of her art. Every sunrise was a promise, every dewdrop a reminder of the beauty in the small things, so much life to live. She found inspiration in the world around her, in the laughter of children, the rustling of leaves, the gentle breeze that carried the scent of flowers. She spent hours in her small studio apartment, a space filled with the tools of her trade. The walls were adorned with her creations, each one a testament to her journey as an artist. Surrounded by tubes of paint and brushes, she felt at home. The clutter of her workspace was a reflection of her mind, a whirlwind of ideas and possibilities. Each stroke on the canvas was a step closer to her dreams. With every movement of her brush, she poured a piece of her heart into her work, creating something uniquely her own. Christelle was going to be a famous artist. She could see it in her mind's eye. The galleries filled with her paintings, the people moved by her art. She was going to share her gift with the world. Her art was not just for her, but for everyone who saw the world through her eyes. It was her legacy, her way of making the world a more beautiful place. It started subtly, a way to unwind after a long day. Christelle would come home exhausted from the pressures of work and life, seeking a moment of peace. She found solace in a drink, a brief escape from the chaos. One evening, at a lively party, a friend offered her a pill. It was supposed to be harmless, just a little something to take the edge off. They assured her it would help her relax, help her create, and bring out the best in her artistic endeavors. Christelle hesitated, her mind racing with doubts. But the promise of relief was too tempting. She eventually gave in, hoping for a moment of tranquility. As the pill took effect, she felt different, detached from her worries. Her anxieties seemed to melt away, replaced by a serene calmness. The world around her transformed. The colors seemed to vibrate with a new intensity, each hue more vivid than before. But the initial euphoria was short-lived. The vibrant colors and serene calmness began to fade, leaving her feeling disoriented and confused. The pills, once a source of escape, stopped providing the same relief. She found herself taking more, chasing the fleeting moments of peace. Desperation set in. Christelle needed more to feel anything at all. The once occasional escape became a relentless pursuit. Her life, once so full of promise and creativity, began to shrink. The vibrant world she loved was slipping away. The colors she adored dulled, losing their brilliance. Her surroundings, once a source of inspiration, became a reminder of what she had lost. Her once vibrant canvases lay empty, a stark contrast to the lively creations they once held. The shadow had fallen, and Christelle was left in its wake. Addiction tightened its grip on Christelle. Her days revolved around her next fix. Art, once her sanctuary, became a distant memory. The brushes lay untouched, the canvases blank. Her studio, once a haven of creativity, became a place of despair. Christelle had become a stranger to herself. Her relationships crumbled. Her family, worried and heartbroken, watched as she disappeared into the abyss of addiction. Christelle pushed them away, consumed by guilt and shame. She had become a ghost of the vibrant young artist she once was. Hope seemed like a distant star. One rainy afternoon, Christelle found herself drawn to a small art gallery. The rain poured down relentlessly, but something about the gallery's warm glow through the windows beckoned her. She felt an inexplicable pull, a need to escape the dreariness of the day and perhaps the heaviness in her heart. She hadn't looked at art in what felt like a lifetime. Life had been a whirlwind of responsibilities and challenges, leaving little room for the simple pleasures she once cherished. The gallery, with its promise of beauty and creativity, seemed like a sanctuary. The colors in the paintings seemed to call to her, a faint echo of a life she'd forgotten. Each brushstroke, each hue whispered stories of passion, dreams, and forgotten aspirations. It was as if the paintings were speaking directly to her soul, reminding her of who she once was. Stepping inside, she felt a flicker of warmth. The gallery was a stark contrast to the cold, wet world outside. It was filled with light, color, and a sense of peace. She felt a sense of belonging, as if she had found a hidden refuge. As she wandered through the gallery, a particular painting stopped her in her tracks. It was unlike anything she had ever seen before, yet it felt strangely familiar. The painting seemed to hold a piece of her own story. It was an abstract piece, a riot of colors and textures. The chaotic yet harmonious blend of shades and forms seemed to mirror the complexities of her own emotions. It was a visual symphony that resonated deeply within her, but it was the emotion in the strokes that resonated with Christelle. Each line, each curve seemed to convey a depth of feeling that words could never capture. It was as if the artist had poured their very soul onto the canvas. She saw pain, struggle, but also a glimmer of hope. The painting was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is always a spark of light. It was a message she desperately needed to hear. It was a reflection of her own battle. In that moment, Christelle felt a connection, not just to the painting, but to herself. She realized that she was not alone in her struggles, and that there was always hope, even in the most unexpected places.